Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Wake and Bake Show, the Midday Burn Edition. That's right. Hey, it has been one heck of a weekend for four people that celebrated 420. Unfortunately, I wasn't one of them. Yeah, that's right. Miss Green Jeans had to miss out on her favorite holiday. If you read my Facebook page, you know I was talking about, yeah, we took a slip and fall. We're going to tell y'all all about that in just a moment. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to the Wake and Bake Show. I'm your host, Miss Green Jeans. And yes, that's right, we're doing the midday version of the Wake and Bake Show. And damn, I know I was trying to put that up real quick. If you read the title of today's show, it says it's about being green. By the way, happy Earth Day to those who celebrate Earth Day. I'm one of them. And we got to learn how to take care of the earth. We're going to be talking about all that and then some more. So what we're going to do is we're in a rush today because we had an appointment. We had to push that time back. We had a double appointment. We had to go see some folks about some things, and then we had to go see some doctors about some other things. And we'll talk about that as soon as we give you the song. We still haven't picked out the Lily song of the day, so you'll get that tomorrow because I'm still debating between two songs. So if you're looking for the Lily song of the day, this is not it. I'm debating between two songs. By tomorrow morning show, I'll have my mind made up to which one we gonna play. So Grandma Papa, hey, I understand it's about lunchtime. I won't keep you long, Papa. Just go ahead and take it as your midday burn session, because I know you have one this time of day. Most of y'all do. Sit back and enjoy, because today is gonna be one heck of a show. We're gonna be talking about politics. We're gonna be talking about CBD. We're gonna be talking about North Carolina and more. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back.
One big bottle girl, me a wine pan baka. Two bag of weed, some papers and grab a make we get high. Go and build your spliff bonnet and push it into the sky. We get high. We get high. We get high. Oh, so come follow me. Cause I make the girl them a pray. No boy a chat but that no worry way. Make them know so we no stall out. And the shot of them they all bout. Guinness a beat and me under my senses. And you know me bunny plenty. Yeah. Me bunny plenty. One big body girl me a wine from back. Two bag of weed, some papers and grab a make we get high. One build this split bonnet and push it into the sky. We get high. We get high. We get high. Oh, so come follow me, cause we up on the best trees. And we know such as a blessed way. So no matter how them fight it, anywhere with them will light it. Guinness a beat and me under my senses. And the girl them they are plenty. Yeah. Them they are plenty. One big body girl me a wine from back. Two back of weed, some papers and grab a make we get high. One build a spliff bonnet and push it into the sky. We get high. We get high. We get high. Ain't nobody tryna leave until we die. We're not gonna live here tonight. So all I drink and I split on a girl tight till the sunrise. Until the sunrise, we get high. One big body girl, me a wine from vodka. 2 bag of weed, some papers and grab and make we get high. One bring the split on it and push it into the sky. We get high. We get high. We get high. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. So come follow me. Run, come follow me. Ain't nobody trying to leave until we're tired tonight. No fuss, no fights. We come get high.
So I wake up Monday morning and I check my stash. Just some shake, wake and bake on some Moroccan hash. Coffee break, some organic fair trade beans popping. Now I'm awake and it's time to go shopping. Roll to the dispensary, patient of the century. Need a nice sativa that will stimulate me mentally. Buds with sticky density of moderate intensity. Pipe like Sherlock Holmes, cause this weed is elementary. Welcome friends to the dispensary. Fat discounts when you mention me. Any strain, man, what you wanna try out? You might walk in, but you gonna fly out. Welcome friends to the dispensary. Fat discounts when you mention me. Any strain, man, what you wanna try out? You might walk in, but you gonna fly out. Breeze through security, get my ID check. Next to the purple-haired girl at the front desk. Knows my name, cause she sees me on the regular. Waves me in, says, please turn off your cellular. Walls and walls of green buds, jugs full of flour. Indicas for indica, sativas for the power. Bow to the bud tender, cause he's paid by the hour. As your concierge, your cannabis with OG sour. Thinks I'll be a fan of this organic stream with amethyst. Bud so damn gigantic, you can help but call it Maximus. A marijuana analyst, he gives his full analysis of CBD to THC. Somebody give this man a kiss. Welcome friends to the dispensary. Fat discounts when you mention me. Any strain, man, what you wanna try out? You might walk in, but you gonna fly out. Welcome friends to the dispensary. Fat discounts when you mention me. Any strain, man, what you wanna try out? You might walk in, but you gonna fly out. Next to me in line is a guy named Wesley. Smoke weed every day since back in the 70s. Now he's buying edibles, his wife's on chemotherapy. Her recipe of choice kicks the nausea temporarily. Here in the dispensary, there's something green for every crowd. Fat pre-rolls that will make Bob Marley proud. Shadow wax, resin extract for the vape crowd. 2 puffs of that and you'll be walking on a vape cloud. Wait now, don't walk away till you pay now. It's gotta be cash till the banks break the shakedown. Make out with the fat eighth and some papes. How dope, man, let the smoke hit you on the way out. Welcome friends to the dispensary. Fat discounts when you mention me. Any strain, man, what you wanna try out? You might walk in, but you gonna fly out. Welcome friends to the dispensary. Fat discounts when you mention me. Any strain, man, what you wanna try out? You might walk in, but you gonna fly out. Blue, green, sour, diesel, Girl Scout, cookies, green crack, white widow, and the bubba, kosher cushies, Northern Lights, in next. Got that pineapple express, lemon haze, driven poison, Amy Schumer's train wreck. Skywalker OG, purple haze, grape ape, AK-47, got me loading up my vape. Cali Miss, blueberry, triple diesel, golden goat. The dispensary is open and I'm never going home.
And we're back. You're in tune to the Wake and Bake Show. I'm your host, Miss Green James. And you know what? 420 weekend kind of was good and kind of sucked for me in a way. And I'm going to tell you how that happened. Okay, for all those know, I was supposed to be in Gainesville this past weekend. That shit didn't happen. And I guess you say, what happened? Well, it went down like this. As I was getting ready to walk out the door, not out the door, but pretty much my day of, I got up, trying to get up out the bed. Yeah, I was so excited that I didn't think to wait for a minute before I attempted to get out the bed. Now, this is something I'm going to tell you for those who have made the age of 50 yet. Listen carefully when I say this. Do not, and I repeat, if you're over the age of 50, do not try to break your fall. You fuck up more shit then than when you do realize. Trust me on this. Yes, when I went down pretty hard, and I went down on not one but both knees. That, and matter of fact, I'm just almost a year with my second surgery. Yeah, because that bad boy just said, oh, I'm not ready, I'm not woke yet. Bam, I hit the floor. So I panicked and called my doctor immediately. they called me back and say, well, by you falling like you did, we don't want you to get on the road. And oh, by the way, we don't have an appointment until Monday. Are you serious? So here I am trying to find a ride, which I wasn't able to, and that's the size of the story, guys. So more of the story is this: if you're gonna fall, just go ahead and fall, y'all, because you do more damage than a little bit. I got the okay, everything's good to go. They checked me out and said there's nothing wrong, and just to be more careful next time. But they didn't want to take no chances with me because by me going down on both knees, my predominant, naturally you need your right leg to function properly to operate a car. So, yeah, long story short of it. But that's all about me. Let's go ahead and talk about cannabis news that's coming up. I hope you had a safe and happy 420. Mine was okay. My family and friends did everything they could to make me forget about all the troubles I went through this weekend, and I want to thank them so very much, and I want to thank everybody that participated and took over my duties there in Gainesville, Florida this past weekend. Thank you so very much for filling in Minorities for Medical Marijuana. I thank you very, very much for that. Hopefully we'll get these medical issues worked out so we won't have these problems anymore. But as long as we have a lack of THC, that's going to be an issue. And I just want to go ahead and tell the whole story. By me trying to be ready to go to Gainesville, I cut back on my medication, and yeah, you don't do that. You don't cut back on your meds, period, because you have problems like that. So for those who are thinking about doing so, don't do it. I mean, I'm talking about green meds or anything else. Don't cut back on them, because it comes back to bite you in the ass in the end. Trust me, I found that out the hard way. So once I'm able to get back right with my regular green medication, I'll be so happy to do that, because right now I don't know if that's possible right now, because I missed out on a lot this weekend, let's say it like that. Now on to bigger and better things. The question was asked in the Detroit Metro Times, what if marijuana was regulated like vegetables and not alcohol? Is it possible to be supported by recreational marijuana and oppose the petition initiative to contain the coalition to regulate marijuana like alcohol? And do you have to look any further than the abrogated Michigan petition? AM is an initiative that seeks to amend the state constitution by saying essentially all prohibition on the use of cannabis in any form by any person hereby null and void. There's more than you can find that on, I'm going to spell it for you, it's ABROGATE.org. But that's just the gist of it. So in other words, they're gonna go and change the whole paper, the whole meaning and definition of cannabis in a whole, from what I understand. I'm going to share this story, but you can get it out of Metro Times. It's www.metrotimes.com. I found that to be a very interesting thought, so it's something to think about as well. Also, that we're going to talk about today on the show is, y'all know today is Earth Day. And I live in a state currently that we have no medical marijuana laws. Next door to a state that currently doesn't have any medical cannabis laws. And bumping the other state that has some type of medical laws. So I'm kind of sandwiched in between two states that just can't get their head out their ass. Basically, what I'm trying to say is this. But this is something I want you to think about for those people that's thinking about coming into the cannabis or hemp industry. By this being Earth Day. All day today, you're going to be preached about how we need to get off of fossil fuels. Excuse me, I can't talk today. Hemp fuel has been around since the 1930s, and Henry Ford was the first inventor of it, and they shot that shit down real quick because the petroleum companies didn't want to lose no money. Now it's time to bring hemp back to that conversation, to the plate and the table. And I look at here in South Carolina, all these cotton fields that we still have here. I know we're not going to get rid of all of them. I already know that for a fact. But you think about it for a second. If we got rid of at least half of them and put them in, put hemp in the place of them, and I was looking at the thing on the rainforest today, how we're losing the rainforest. Now think about it. We'd be able to plant trees back in the rainforest if we planted hemp in all those places and use hemp paper that, you get that a lot quicker if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not the authority on hemp, but I believe you get 3 grows per year for hemp compared to how long it takes a tree to grow. And we all know it takes a long time for one tree to grow. Now think about it. That would dry the cross down to paper products, paper goods. It's also a renewable resource. That means you be able to recycle it in the earth. And I'm all about living the green life. Right now, matter of fact, today I gotta Google how to do potatoes, because I'm living that green life. I'm growing my own vegetables as much as I can right now, because I'm still in the learning stages of doing all this. Hopefully I'll be in a state where I could grow my own cannabis, but right now I can grow my own hemp because I am in an agriculture area, and I will put in for the permit so I can grow my own hemp. But it's going to be for my personal use. Excuse me. So that's how you got to look at that, because until I can leave this state, I'm stuck like Chuck, and I got to have something. And I don't trust all the CBD companies that's out here, because they fly by night and they all about that money. And you know, you just got to think for a second. Who supports you and who don't. And when we come back from the next break, because I'm getting choked up like crap, I probably should have got me something to drink beforehand. Who supports you? We're talking about 2020, and we're talking about people that's talking about running the White House after 2020. And my question is this: if you listen to this show 9 times out of 10, you're either a patient, an advocate, activist, or I say preventive medicine as a cannabis recreational user. This is my question. I know it's early, and by no means I tell anybody to make up their mind who you gonna vote for the next president of the United States. If you like me, you crossing some people off the list, and we're gonna talk about one particular one that I got to talk to in person when we come back. You're in tune to the Wake and Bake Show, so get ready, because it's gonna be a good one.
I challenge you to a dance-off. Hands off, no trash talk, no backwalk. On the black top, just me, you, that's all. No cat calls, no tag teams, no mascots. Right now, dance-off. Get down the floor. Get down the floor. Go. Get down the floor. Do it. Come on and get down the floor. Go.
I grab my ankle and pull it up and do that thing where I move my butt. I got the motherfucker, don't use it up. I say, there it is, then loosen my tux, and then I shimmy, 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 shimmy to the left. Shimmy, 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 shimmy to the right. Gimme, gimme, gimme everything that you got. Dance off, motherfucker, do the damn thing right. She got loose elbows and a big old neck. I like a big bone girl who can work up a sweat. I rock shell toes and a turtleneck. She just wanna talk, I said I ain't Ted. Dance off. Your grandma, that's a bad mama jamma. She doing the banana, grabbing my trunk like a hammock. She like the funk, goddammit, she can handle it. She talking my dick, I'm feeling a little bit inadequate. Your grandpa got a cock like a ham hock. Hella old, hella long, looking like Matlock. Damn dog, I don't even wanna have a stand up. He drunk, talking about he about to take his pants off. I hate her with the Macarena. I can ride your rabbit in my office space. If you watch my face, looks like I'm concentrated or I'm constipated when I walk this way.
I challenge you to a dance-off. Hands off, no trash talk, no backwalk. On the black top, just me, you, that's all. No cat calls, no tag teams, no mascots. Right now, dance off. Get down the floor. Get down the floor. Oh, get down the floor. Do it. Come on and get down the floor. Rewind.
I sneak up behind you like a panther. Who ordered the private dancer? Can I get an amen from the pastor? Hold the O, do you want a back rub? You must heard like Grey Poupon. Swag on tap like Savion. Jump on the tablecloth, bake a fall, pretend to break my arm, then I'm breaking you off. But please don't tell my baby's mom I wanna dance all night to the break of dawn. I wanna sweat, sweat, sweat till your makeup's gone. And baby girl, you looking like a champion. Hey, you pay. Get up out of your chair. Pay $20 to get up in this club. Put your cell phone down, you square. I be going in. I can't help it. I got bruises on my pelvis. Ladies, fellas, don't drunk dial your exes.
Hello, bouncer. I have a job for you. While I'm dancing, watch my shoes. Tonight is the night that we rendezvous. Sweat, the fountain of youth, bust a move. Fringe jacket, pants of leather, tank top, spandex and pleather. Been a stressful week, I've had a lot of pressure. You have a lot of great moves, but mine are better.
I challenge you to a dance-off. Hands off, no trash talk, no backwalk. On the black top, just me, you, that's all. No cat Dance off. Get down the floor. Get down the floor. Oh, get down the floor. Do it. Come on and get down the floor. Rewind. Dance off. Dance off. Rewind. Get down the floor. Get down the floor. Dance off. Get down the floor. Do it. Come on and get down the floor. Go. Rewind.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
I got the horses in the back, horse stock is attached. Head is matted black, got the bushes black to match. Riding on a horse, ha, you can whip your Porsche. I've been in the valley, you ain't been up off that porch. Now, can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Riding on a tractor, lean all in my bladder. Cheated on my baby, you can go and ask her. My life is a movie, bull riding in boobies. Cowboy hat from Gucci, Wrangler on my booty. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
Hat down, cross town, living like a rock star. Spend a lot of money on my brand new guitar. Baby's got a habit, diamond rings and Fendi sports bras. Riding down Rodeo in my Maserati sports car. Got no stress, I've been through all that. I'm like a Marlboro man, so I kick on back. Wish I could roll on back to that old town road. I wanna ride till I can't no
Yeah,
more.
I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
And we're back. You're in tune to the Wake and Bake Show, the Midday Burn edition. Hey, hello to Rick Rainwright, Dr. D.B. Cush, Miss Michelle LeMay, and everybody else out there in Denver, Colorado. I'm going to say it's that time of day for y'all. SOS. We smoking one, son. So now that we got to that, I got to go ahead and clear back out of this and go back to my page that I was supposed to be on and pull that up. This is from Reasons.com, and this is going to come into the story. This is probably going to be a two-part because this is a very hot topic with me. I think between that and after the break at the 30-minute mark, if I haven't finished this up, I'll be continuing to this. Also, I'll be going into North Carolina next. And we're going to be talking about decrim, so you don't want to miss that also. So don't go nowhere, because this affects everybody right now with this election going on. Before I even go into the story, I'm not going to try to tell nobody how to vote or how you choose whoever you choose. I'm just going to tell you, you need to start doing your homework, especially if you're in the cannabis industry. Even if you smoke cannabis, maybe not even every day, you just might, okay, it's a holiday, you decide you want to light up, okay? This affects everybody. So make sure you share this. If you don't share nothing else today, make sure you share this post. Make sure you share this story, because everybody needs to hear this. Because our future been fucked up once. We can't go ahead and finish flushing it down the toilet. So now I'm finna get with this story. This is from Reasons.com, and then we're going to go into this. This was published on 4/20, So it's a couple of days old. You probably done read it already, but it brings up some relevant points. Marijuana legalization declared as a hoax. We headlined last month to the winning 2020 Democrat primaries. A quick scan of the field indeed shows how far we came since 2011, when shooting gang alum Barack Obama was still cracking down on state legal medical marijuana outfits and laughing at suggestions that prohibition of popular non-lethal plants perhaps was not the wisest public policy. But in fact, the top 11 highest polls declared Democratic presidential candidates plus a bunch of lower tiers, notably Republican Justin Gabrielle of Hawaii, has backed some form of ending the federal prohibition on marijuana fewer than 4 years after Senator Bernie Sanders became the first majority candidate in history to do so. Several factors became legislative leaders on this issue, especially Senators Cory Booker, Elizabeth Warren, and Christian Gillibrand, plus former Congressman Beto O'Rourke. As popular opinion, state law speech was on legalizing recreational weed. A tough on crime Republican presidential freeze prison advances criminal justice reform. Former drug lords are scrambling to catch up with the times. The last notable holdout here may be still undeclared candidate Joe Biden, who intervened in the office of the drug card, spearheading some of the worst criminal justice laws in the past 4 decades. Say while presidential legalization, this jumped. Hang on. The presidential legalization mistake because marijuana is a gateway drug. Still, as a senior editor and longtime drug policy journalist, Jacob Sutter told Nick Gillespie on Wednesday, The Reason podcast, virtually a majority of presidential candidates this year are pretty damn good on pot legalization. It's not unprecedented. Also, thinkably very recent. So with big assist from my friends at Marijuana Movement and taking advantage of Reason, new and improved search engine, here are the surveys and postings of the highest polled Democrats declared. Okay, now, remember, I told you we're going to be taking a break at the 30-minute mark. That means you can go ahead and do what you got to do because I want to make sure we cover each and one of these people because it's very important. And then I'm going to tell you, if I have time, if we had to go into another day with this show, we can't let it go. Okay, number 1 is Bernie Sanders. Legalizing. Sanders in October 2015 came the party's first majority presidential candidate to come out in favor of legalizing marijuana. Since he's introduced the bill, the Senate's first bill to repeat federal prohibition, and has made the internet and war on drugs one of his center issues. Okay, other concepts back, co-sponsored as he did in 2020, competitors Cory Booker, the Marijuana Justice Act, and also expunges possession arrests from people, records allowing current pot prisoners to be resentenced, and withholding federal funding from states that crack down too visibly on weed. He thinks that small business people in the African American community is just jumping. Sorry about that, this jumped on me. Think that small people in the African American community deserve to be part of the corporation marijuana market. Prohibition discount as questioned as non-violent cigarettes should be legal. Inhaling status. Do we hold out for me? Recreation is cough and inhale my brains out. So not my cup of tea. Beto O'Rourke. Okay. Legalization. Legalizing. O'Rourke was earlier than 99% elected Democrats to the legalization issue, pushing the El Paso City Council in 2009 lead studying and co-writing a 2011 book about advocating legal weed and such successful primary, the 8-term prohibition in 2012. Not only is he to remove prohibition, he'd also like the federal government to declare the plant legal across 50 states and then lead the international fight to end global war on drugs. Now, with that being said, we're coming up to the 30-minute mark. When we come back, we're going to continue this conversation. And then there's one individual I want to definitely talk about that's going to be on this list that ain't in favor for it. And we're going to be tweeting to him this afternoon to find out if he still stand that way. He's lost somebody. And I talked to this person in person. We're going to be back on that. You don't want to miss it. You're in tune to the Wake and Bake Show.
When you're under the influence of marijuana and you choose to get behind the wheel, you know it's wrong. So if you don't listen to your instincts, think about your fellow passengers. Or think about the other people on the road. Even the unexpected ones. And if you don't think about them, you'll answer to us. Drive baked, get busted.
Shorty, I'll roll up, I'll roll up, I'll roll up. It's your anniversary, isn't it? And your man ain't acting right. So you packing your dummy gear luggage up, calling my cell phone, trying to catch a flight. You know one thing straight, I'll be there, girl, whenever you call me. When you at home, that's your man. Soon as you land, you say it's all me. Cause shit ain't all G with him no more, you ain't entertained. Since I met you a couple months ago, you ain't been the same. Not saying I'm the richest man alive, but I'm in the game. As long as you keep it 100, I'ma spin his chain. Whenever you need me, whenever you want me, you know you can call me. I'll be there shortly, don't care what your friends say, cause they don't know me. I can be your best friend, and you be my homie. I ain't gon' flex, I'm not gon' front. You know if I ball, then we all gon' stunt. Send her my way, she ain't gotta hold up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up. I'll roll up, I'll roll up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up. I'll roll up, I'll roll up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up. I try to stay out your business, but on the real, you're so obvious. And if you keep fitting me in your plans of fucking up, your man's gonna get on us. That white sand surrounding us, he be handcuffing, he should work for them officers. If you rollin', I got a spot where I can put you on this medical and send you home doctored up. You wanna ride with me cause you say that he boring. Wake up, you rollin' weed, cooking eggs in the morning. Ain't scared to spend this money, I know I'll make more of it. First you was in the sky, now you say whenever you in orbit. Whenever you want me, you know you can call me. I'll be there shortly, don't care what your friends say, cause they don't know me. I can be your best friend, and you be my homie. I ain't gon' flex, I'm not gon' front. You know if I ball, then we all gon' stunt. Send her my way, she ain't gotta hold up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up. I'll roll up, I'll roll up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up. I'll roll up, I'll roll up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up. No matter where I am, no matter where you are, I'll be there when it's over, baby. Cause I was there from the start. No matter if I'm near, no matter if you're far, all you do is pick the phone up, lady, and I'll be there whenever you need me, whenever you want me. You know you can call me, I'll be there shortly. Don't care what your friends say, cause they don't know me. I could be your best friend, and you be my homie. I ain't gon' flex, I'm not gon' front. You know if I ball, then we all gon' stunt. Send her my way, she ain't gotta hold up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up. Whenever you need me, whenever you want me, you know you can call me. I'll be there shortly. Don't care what your friends say, cause they don't know me. I could be your best friend, and you be my homie. I ain't gon' flex, I'm not gon' front. You know if I ball, then we all gon' stunt. Send her my way, she ain't gotta hold up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up. I'll roll up, I'll roll up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up. I'll roll up, I'll roll up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up. I'll roll up, I'll roll up. Whenever you call, baby, I'll roll up.
And we're back. You're in tune to the Wake and Bake Show. Hey, the Midday Burn edition. It's kind of funny that I would think about that the day of all days. It's crazy. Yeah, but check this out now. We're going to talk about these candidates that's running for 2020. All I'm going to say is this. Do your homework. If you have to listen to my show, I'm going to help you out on your homework because, like I said, once again, I'm going to make this statement. I'm not telling who to vote for. I'm just saying be diligent in who you going to mark, check that X, hit that button, or however you do in your state. We're going to get back. We still on our road. Other bills and concepts back. As a congressman introduced a bill to end the federal government policy withholding highway funds to your states unless they suspend the driver's license of all drug convictions. Also co-sponsored various bills to seal criminal records, drug protect legal weed states, allow doctors to prescribe pot to veterans, and remove possession convictions as a barrier to federal student aid. Okay, his prohibition indicates a good way to combat the opioid overdose by jailing pharmaceutical executives. Now, I'm gonna stop right there for a second. That's a good idea, but I'm just scrolling down to see what all they got to say, and some of them got some extensive ones. So I'm gonna tell you like this here: do your homework, because some of them do have some comments, but the one I want to talk about that they really ain't got covered is former Vice President Joe Biden. Now, this is what I'm going to say about that. For all those that don't know me personally, matter of fact, I'm going to share the picture once again after I do the show today to say, hey Joe, that ain't what we talked about. I got a chance to personally talk about my cannabis use here in South Carolina with the former Vice President of the United States, Joe Biden. And for him to continue to say that he's not in favor of cannabis legalization, he lost my vote. He might be a good person otherwise, and I'm not doubting that because he has some good ideas, but I'm going to put it like this here. When you read everything that you read today that I'm going to post up, you listen to the shows, and like I said, once again, I'm not trying to tell nobody how to vote. But former President Biden, Vice President Biden, I don't mean no disrespect to your ranking as former Vice President, but I'm going to say this. You're a good person. I even defended you on when you was touching them women, because a kiss on the forehead or a touch on the shoulder, something like that, we all do that one time or another. And all they had to say is, sir, that you're too close. That's neither here nor there. But when you go deny a medicine that I personally told you helped me even come out to speak to you, I take that personally. And for those people that don't know, if I call out the governor, I have no problem calling out the vice president, because we had that conversation. And now that you're running for office, or you're getting ready to run for office, these ghosts gonna be appearing. So get ready to be seeing it on my page. He's not the one. Until he tells me personally that he's changed his mind, I'm not gonna believe him. So Vice President Biden, I'll be posting up on Facebook today your picture with mine, with myself, that you posted up here in Rock Hill, and saying that if you don't support cannabis legalization, medically or otherwise, I can't support you. And that's on the real. Because the point is this: I poured my heart out to this person, and they feel like they can just walk any kind of way on it. That's not it. Besides the fact of me being a spouse of a retired military person, I'm a veteran myself, and I let you know all this, just as I let the governor of South Carolina know the same thing. So I'd be wrong if I didn't call you out. So that's just how I feel on that. Those are my feelings. Y'all can do with them what you want. But when we come back, like I said, y'all need to read some of that. I'm going to bring up a couple of each day, because if I brought up everything that I read on the next person, she need her own show, okay? So what I'm going to do is, for the rest of this week, we're going to bring up all the good points and the bad points about each candidate that's currently out there, okay? And like I said, I'm not telling anybody who to vote for. I wouldn't do that, because later on, I don't want you to come saying, well, you know what, if I wouldn't listen to Miss Green Jeans, we wouldn't be in a fucked up situation. See, I don't want that. I want you to be your own decision, because we already had one bad choice. 45 needed to have a big ass asterisk by his name. And I hate to even say it like this here. I think if he even legalized cannabis, I still think people are going to be pissed off. So just run with that and see how you feel. We're going to be right back, and we're going to come back with North Carolina. Yeah, we're talking about that. Hey, I might have been gone for a few days, but I've been keeping up. Welcome back. Welcome to the Wake and Bake Show. Dang, welcome back. Yeah, I need to do my show early, because this late evening is messing me up. We'll be back.
Only 'cause it's human nature, and we do it that way.
Smoking loud in the nighttime, getting high up in the street. Is it right? Oh, I don't know, but it feels so good to me. I get so high, can't feel my arms, but I can feel you by my side, girl. Break you down like I had fun, and then we reach the sky, and we're getting high. So baby, bring the rolling paper high, because I roll it that way, and we're getting high. Only 'cause it's human nature, and we do it that way. Smoking loud in the nighttime. So much smoke up in the air. See that girl? She knows I'm stalking. She wants to join my side, and we're getting high. The rolling paper high, because I roll it that way, and we're getting high. Only 'cause it's human nature, and we do it that way. I like rolling this way, I like smoking this way.
And we're back. You're in tune to the Wake and Bake Show. I'm your host, Miss Green Jeans. Hey, I just checked my Facebook page because I was going to pull up that other story from North Carolina. But since we're on the tune to Joe Biden, I've seen some of your comments that you posted. One person said loser. The next person said Biden started mass incarceration and destroyed neighborhoods and family with his politics and the Clintons. Okay. We ain't gonna even go down there. That's a whole nother show. We gonna talk about the Clintons, the Bidens, and all them on another show, and how I personally feel about that, but not today, because that would take 2 hours and 2 shows that I don't have to. Another person said Vice President Joe Biden not high on my list of candidates to vote for. There, fix the headline. Next person said what a creep, and next person said not getting a vote. And the final person said, past time he needs some young blood to dump Trump. Okay, I'm quite sure, and that was posted up. That's for just 4 hours. So I'm quite sure as the day progressed, they're gonna get even worse. So I get your point. It's well taken and understood. Whilst I'm looking at it, I also shared, and I want to talk about this real quick too. You look up Newsweek.com. Snoop Dogg shares his first time smoking cannabis in Netflix 420 document. Grass is greener. Check that out. 420. Also, I want y'all to check out this story too. I know I shared this one. Green Rush Daily, a 95-year-old woman said smoking weed is the key long and happy life, and I believe that because she looks happy when she's standing there with her pipe in her mouth. So I'm still looking for that article. If I don't find it, I know. I just want to make sure I give you the number that was on that bill. That's why I'm looking for it. And I got everything else coming up. But, okay, here we go. I knew I'd find it. Okay, this story was shared from Fox 41, I do believe. I'm waiting for it to pull up. Y'all know how they go. No, excuse me, Fox 46. North Carolina lawmaker look to decriminalize marijuana up to 4 ounces. And this is by my friend Dave Singletary at Fox 46. I'm going to be getting together with him and see can we go on camera together and talk about this a little bit more. We hadn't chatted in a while, so he'll be quite happy that I'm talking about him today on my show. A bill looking to decriminalize marijuana and expunge certain possession conviction was introduced in North Carolina State House of Representatives on Monday, this past Monday, because this story was put out on the 16th. It's been updated on the 17th. House Bill 766, if passed, would decriminalize possession up to 4 ounces or less of marijuana, allows the expungement of possession of marijuana, offense involving possession up to 4 ounces or less of marijuana. Okay, let me go ahead and stop right there. This is going to be the last talk of the day, like I said, because this is important, especially the people that live here in York County. According to the proposed bill, any person who waiting to get their previous conviction expunged will have to file a petition to the Administrative Office of Court to be filed with the clerk of the Superior Court. The state representatives John Audrey Allstate, Dale Pricey Harris, and Zach are all sponsors of the bill. Okay, they also got a link that you can click on to read that full bill in effect. I shared it on Ms. Green Jean's page. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to share that again on my page on Twitter. So everybody can catch up with that. I didn't share like I wanted to, but I will get that taken care of. So now think about it. For those who know their geographics real quick, and for those who live in the area, I'm exactly a 25-minute to 30-minute drive, depending on traffic, from Charlotte, North Carolina. What that's going to do is that's going to start some huge issues and problems in South Carolina don't catch up. Because what people going to do is this. If I know I'm only going to pay a fine for 4 ounces or less of cannabis, you best better believe I'm looking at that state line saying, yep, I need to move. Sure, their taxes is high, but at least I won't go to jail. Now, why I say that is this, because remember, I just said I'm 25 to 30 minutes away. Considering moving to Florida, which is 7 hours plus away, 7 hours and 25 minutes to be exact. So it's a lot of other people looking at them options, and then Georgia is doing what they're doing. That's 4 hours from me, depending on what part of Georgia I'm going to. But Georgia, once again, is too cold. And North Carolina is almost the same, except depending on where you live at. If you live in the areas closer to the beach area, close to the Myrtle Beach area, is not so bad. But going back up north, y'all get some cold down there. So that tells you I've been scoping out the whole thing. So keep up with that bill, 766, North Carolina. You have my support, you have my love, and I'll be going across the state line to show much support for that bill as possible, because that affects my friends and family in North Carolina. To all my family over there, a good afternoon to y'all as well if you tune in to the Wake and Bake Show. So I'm going to wrap it up like this because I'm starting to lose my voice. The allergies are still real around here, even though we had all the rain and everything. All I'm going to say is this, guys and gals, and everybody that can hear the sound of my voice. We are on the breakthrough that I thought I wouldn't see in my lifetime and many others. And the only way we can do that is y'all get involved. Everybody has to get involved. The recreational user as well as the medical user. The medical user can't be out there fighting that battle all the time because guess what? They're sick. They're sick. And we use up all our energies just to do what we do. So we need them other people. We need them able-bodied people to get out there and help us fight. We are so close. We are so close. But remember the people in Sheets Clothing. If you can't follow the trail that they worked on and they claim they're for cannabis, you might want to think second thoughts before you do this whole situation. Because we already have one fuck up. We don't need another. And I'm just putting it out there like that. So think about it if you will. And I'm going to say this as we close. A lot of people don't think about race. But this bill, this cannabis bill, this prohibition of cannabis is racist. If you look up the history on why it's called marijuana, it's racist. But you'll have people every day standing up and saying they ain't racist. I can't tell. Because if you're not racist, why don't you give up a racist law that was started on lies in the first place? You're writing laws the same way. You can say if you will, I don't, or we don't. You do. When you don't consider people low income or anything else, you following destiny stereotypes back in the 1939. I'm just saying. So the next time you decide to put that pen to paper, you need to think about not only your pocketbooks and everybody else. And I'm going to say this as I close as well. For all these CBD companies in North and South Carolina, give back to the community that helped you get there. Give back some kind of way. Or better yet, hire some of the people out of the community. Y'all doing a lot of advertisements with people that didn't want to say anything about CBD or cannabis, but you was happy to give them your money. You have some people that still out here fighting for you to have the rights of going on to the next level, but you can't give them a dime. What's wrong with that? Those companies and shows that I'm hearing all these CBD advertisements with didn't think about y'all. If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have them opportunities that you have. But you was happy to give them dollars. Something's wrong with that. So I'm going to get off my soapbox. I'm not pointing any names out. I'm not pointing anything out. And if you didn't think the opportunities was out there, you're dead wrong. You have plenty of options in the cannabis industry to keep the money in the community instead of carrying it outside, because them outside people weren't thinking about y'all. I'm just saying. So do with it as you will. That's my show for today. I thank everybody for tuning in. Oh, my last thing. I want to congratulate Boo Williams that took home the Cannabis Activist of the Year in the state of Florida. Congratulations, Boo. I wish I could have been there to personally congratulate you, but hey, I'm doing the best I can with what I can. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day. We will be doing this again tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I got one question for you. Are you awake yet? If not, tune in tomorrow morning. I got something else to wake your ass up. That's my time, y'all. Love y'all. Peace.
Are the same.
Stereotype, an unfair and untrue belief that many people have
about other people or things.
Stereotype, a standardized mental picture that is held in.
Pueden predecir el comportamiento de una persona basada en su raza o nivel social.
Estereotipo.
Stereotype. Just because I'm 6'2", 260 pounds doesn't mean you're supposed to be afraid of me. I feel like when I walk into an elevator and there's like 4 or 5, different other people in there, they're thinking, let's see what this guy's gonna do. Let me like double check. Maybe they're not afraid, but they're on notice. In a way, it's like, where in one sense I wish that it didn't exist, and I wish that I didn't sense, that they were threatened just by my presence without even knowing who I am. Although I wish that it didn't exist, I'm kind of glad for it, because now it gives me like a goal, or gives me something to like try to debunk. And like the reason I smile on stage is because I know I'm completely crushing people's perceptions of not only what violin can do or what music could possibly sound like, but also of what a black man is capable of.
Señoras y señores, directamente de Chicago, Illinois, los marihuanos. ¡Aplauso, aplauso! Vamos a ver.
I guess it's time to get high. It's time to get high. It's time to get high. I said it's time to get high. It's time to get high. I said it's time to get high. It's time to get high. Yeah, it's time to get high. Roll up the spliff, I shoot the gift. Like cannabis sativa, I uplift. Get the freestyling when I get the smoking. If it's true skunk, then homie, I'm choking. I pass it on, like Cheech and Chong. Yeah. Now I'll take a hit from the barn, like Cypress Hill. So what's the deal, homie, chill. Los marihuanos come real. So recognize, realize, legalize. And keep your eyes on the prize, so you can keep on smoking them trees. Take a big hit to drop you on your knees. True G's, recognize the flame from the rag. Roll up the buds with the orange zigzags. I cannot lie, I wanna fly, I wanna fly. I guess it's time to get high. I guess it's time to get high. It's time to get high. It's time to get high. I said it's time to get high. It's time to get high. I said it's time to get high. It's time to get high. Yeah, it's time to get high. Or should I say blaze? I got that true Buddha to put you in a daze. I raise my bowl to the air. You pack it in, I pack it in, don't stare. Homie, share. Mucha they don't say as greedy. Motherfucking pack the true buds to the needy. Yes, indeedy. I pack it in a bowl, roll it in the paper, and pop in the CMB taper. Now let's ride, cruise, you can't lose. Who's got the dollar for the booze? I got 5 on it, got it good. Do what I could. Say what? Support the hood. I got bass, beats, and the rhymes. Educate myself when I read the high times. Look at my watch, 4:20. Oh my! Spark up the joint. It's time to get high. Time to get high.
Una jalada de esta mota, vato, y te pones como araña, loco. Eres este cabrón. Párate, cabrón.
I guess it's time to get high. It's time to get high. It's time to get high. I said it's time to get high. It's time to get high. I said it's time to get high. It's time to get high. Yeah, it's time to get high. Come on, roll it up, roll it up. Get the fucking light in, choke it up, choke it up. I get the cutting up the blunt. I got that box of swishers so homies don't front. Hydroponic, bubonic, supersonic. It's ironic how he's up on it. True skill from the east, attacking like a beast, eating up suckers like a feast.